The story unfolds in Moscow, 2070, in a world ravaged by an apocalypse. A narration reveals the fall of the human race. The planet was engulfed in conflicts, and it remains unclear who struck first, but Earth ignited into nuclear fire. Survivors took refuge in the few remaining cities. In response to humanity's actions, the planet rebelled, causing unprecedented disasters and leaving the survivors in a radioactive wilderness. They found sanctuary in the last standing city, surviving through sacred sacrifices made to the earth. Each city became a complete bunker, with inhabitants forced to breathe through air filters. The fortunate ones were the governments living in the upper bunkers, who annually selected 7 dancers to compete in a death tournament of breakdance. The loser would have their heart transferred to the Earth's core. The scene then shifts to our protagonist, a young man named Costa, teaching self-defense to children. Suddenly, a group of thugs attacked and abducted Costa, taking him to a warehouse. Their leader, Seth, accused Costa of failing to repay a debt and resorted to violence. After a brutal beating, Costa agreed to settle the debt within a week. However, as Seth prepared to shoot him, a group of soldiers with the distinctive logo intervened, engaging in a firefight. Despite the soldiers' intervention, Seth escaped, and Costa followed him through a secret exit. The soldiers, recognizing Costa, gave chase around the ruined city, but Costa maneuvered through tunnels and evaded capture, outsmarting the pursuing soldiers. Meanwhile, a devastating firestorm engulfed the town, forcing people to flee for their lives. Those fortunate enough to find shelter survived, while others caught in the open were reduced to ashes. In the following scene, Costa discovered his unconscious friend, Nerd, in an abandoned bus. Concerned for his friend's well-being, Costa revived him by placing a filter in his mask, and after a few attempts, Nerd woke up. Costa advised him to leave the area, disclosing that he was being pursued by both the police and debt collectors. While they conversed, the police arrived at the bus, prompting Costa to quickly guide Nerd through a secret door before opening it for the authorities. Once they entered, Costa raised his hands and willingly surrendered, mentioning his readiness to enter the arena. The police used a taser gun on Costa and took him to their headquarters. Later, Costa and other participants were brought to the HQ building, where they were given bracelets and briefed on the rules. In the background, a television aired advertisements urging young people to sacrifice themselves in the arena to prevent disturbances in the city and save mankind. The participants were informed that during battles in the arena, they must dance or face death. They had to regularly check their meters, and removing the bracelet also resulted in death. After receiving their bracelets, the group of participants was escorted to a separate room with personal chambers to rest until their scheduled battles. They were explicitly told that killing anyone outside the arena was strictly forbidden, with the penalty being death. While choosing their chambers, tension rose when one participant, Mendel, mocked Costa, nearly sparking a fight. Artyom intervened and diffused the situation, directing them to their respective corners. During this time, Costa became intrigued by a beautiful girl named Anna. Artyom disclosed that, unlike others forced into the arena, Anna joined willingly for the cause and was out of his league. Later, during a group dinner, Mendel attempted to flirt with Anna. She said she wasn't interested, but Mendel insisted, prompting Costa to intervene. This led to a heated brawl between Costa and Mendel. Zebra, the group superior, observed the commotion on a screen and swiftly arrived to address the situation, instructing them to return to their chambers. Meanwhile, Nerd, facing breathing difficulties, headed back to the abandoned bus in search of filters. To his dismay, he discovered Seth waiting with filters in hand, wearing a sinister smile. Back to Costa, he entered Anna's chamber, expecting some gratitude for defending her earlier. Anna deliberately enticed him for a kiss but then taught him a lesson not to mess with her. The next morning, the participants were roused with an announcement signaling the start of the first battle for sacrifice. They were instructed to prepare for the impending showdown. The participants were then presented in front of the city's residents, where they were briefed by the authorizing officer, Betrayal, and took a vow to sacrifice themselves for the earth. Surprisingly, Costa and another player named Siri were chosen for the first dance battle. The scene then shifted to the battle between Costa and Siri, broadcasted live on screens throughout the village and city. The entire community eagerly anticipated the dance face-off, believing it would appease the earth and halt recent eruptions that had taken multiple lives. The battle began, and both dancers experienced unique surges of energy while their bracelet battery bars fluctuated with every powerful move. Costa successfully danced until the end, emerging victorious as Siri's bracelet depleted, causing him to vanish and creating the illusion that the earth had consumed him as a sacrifice. The DJ then collected Siri's bracelet and kept it in a secret place. Following the fight, Costa returned to his chamber and noticed Zebra entering one as well. Intrigued, he followed her, confessing his crush. However, Zebra rejected his advances, advising him to step back if he wanted to stay alive. She recited what Anna had said to him before, letting him know she was spying on them. Unbeknownst to her, Costa was engaging her in conversation so that he could steal her key. After doing so, he left the chamber, locking her inside. Meanwhile, Rasper Yadal summoned his daughter Anna for a meeting. He questioned her decision to become a challenger in the arena without his knowledge. Anna explained that she was doing it in memory of her late best friend, Lara, who died in the arena due to Rasper Adel's choice for revenge against Lara's father. Anna revealed her determination to become the champion and uncover the truth about what was happening in the bunker. Despite Rasper Adel's warnings that she might get killed, she remained resolute and left the room. Meanwhile, Costa and Artyom prepared to infiltrate the facility and escape. Using Zebra's badge, Costa opened the escape door, but before they could leave, security arrived and arrested them. They were then brought before the authorizing officer. Unexpectedly, Artyom betrayed Costa, accusing him of attempting to escape and taking him along. Upon hearing this, Rasper Adel instructed Costa to stay and let Artyom go with one of his associates, the Grey. It was revealed that the Grey was against the authorizing officer and aimed to eliminate him to take over his position. He praised Artyom for the information and assured him of assistance during the competition. Following the previous dance battle, the DJ prepared for the next sacrifice, with Artyom and a girl challenger selected. In the midst of this, Anna discovered that Costa had managed to open the exit door and sought his help. She told him that she grew up in the bunker and saw everything except a prohibited area. Costa, taking advantage of the moment, flirted with Anna, stating he would assist her only if she kissed him. To his surprise, even after telling him to stop dreaming, Anna agreed. Unbeknownst to them, Rasper Yadal monitored their conversation. They discussed the arena's sacredness, but Costa held a contrary view. Meanwhile, the Grey met with the anti-Rasper Adel elite group, planning to make Anna lose the battle. He assured them that he would ensure she suffered, discussing the strategy to accuse the authorizing officer and eliminate him from his position. Moving on to the battle between Anna and a male challenger, Rauzen, the spectators watched attentively. Before the battle commenced, the Grey confronted Rasper Adel, accusing him of choosing a weak opponent for his daughter. Enraged, Rasper Adel responded, but at that moment, Rauzen stabbed Anna with a pointed weapon. She collapsed on the floor, and Rauzen consequently lost the battle and turned to ashes. Witnessing his daughter injured, Rasper Yadal ordered the soldiers to clear the arena and arrest Zebra for not thoroughly searching Rauzen before the fight. However, he was well aware that it was the Grey who manipulated Rauzen to use the weapon and hurt Anna. Costa carried the injured Anna to her chamber. During this moment, he admitted to stealing the key from Zebra to open the escape door earlier. Despite Anna's initial anger, she appreciated Costa's honesty, and the two shared a kiss. Later, while Costa contemplated how to help Anna, Rasper Adel visited him and handed him a key, advising Costa to leave and take his daughter away from the facility. Unfortunately, Artyom overheard this and promptly informed the Grey. In the next scene, Costa was seen leaving the facility with Anna. However, Anna expressed a desire to explore a secret facility to uncover the truth behind the arena and the sacrifice ritual. Despite Costa's objections, she entered a container and convinced him to tag along. There, they witnessed the Maya preparing to absorb the powers collected in the bracelets when a challenger turned to ashes. When the Maya was alone, Costa and Anna intervened, confronting him and disrupting his power-consuming process. Afraid, the Maya disclosed that the Earth no longer needed energy and that the eruption ceased 20 years ago. He admitted that they used the power of the bracelets to extend their own lives and for their personal benefits. While the Maya was confessing everything about the arena, the Grey entered, brandishing a gun and aiming it at Costa and Anna. Realizing that the Maya had spilled the truth about the arena, the Grey abruptly shot and killed him. Seizing the opportunity, Costa and Anna escaped, breaking the locking system to prevent pursuits. After a while, Anna suggested that Costa should leave her behind to save himself. Initially hesitant, Costa agreed when Anna assured him that her father would ensure her safety. Outside, Costa observed eruptions occurring with people in a state of panic. He headed straight to the abandoned bus to find his friend, only to discover him lifeless in the chair. Heartbroken, he returned to the arena. Meanwhile, Anna confronted her father about the illicit activities, criticizing him for manipulating people's emotions. Rasper, unable to conceal the truth any longer, admitted that the power collected after the challenger's sacrifice was utilized by the champions and counselors to prolong their lives. He confessed that the reported eruptions were fabricated by them. Anna, furious at her father, condemned him for his actions. Rasper apologized and promised to save Anna from the final battle. Following these events, the authorizing officer hastily approached the committee, urging them to disqualify the injured girl from the finals. He contended that she couldn't produce the necessary energy for the Earth, advocating for her removal. However, the Grey intervened, asserting that the authorizing officer should not be the one making such decisions. He revealed Rasper's assistance to Costa and Anna in escaping the facility and accused him of the Maya's murder. Upon hearing this disclosure, the committee members sided with the Grey, allowing him to aim a gun at the authorizing officer and shoot him. Subsequently, Anna was summoned for the final dance battle in the arena against Artyom. The battle commenced, and Costa, watching on a large screen, decided to surrender by approaching the facility. As the battle progressed, Anna's battery drained rapidly, indicating she might lose the finals. Later, the Grey arrived at the arena, declaring that the battle was not yet over. He introduced Costa to the audience and prompted Anna to confront him. However, when the Grey initiated the music, both Costa and Anna refused to dance, causing the entire system to crash. Holding hands on the stage, a mysterious power manifested, shutting down the Grey system and creating a mesmerizing pattern around them. The arena ceased operation, releasing a significant amount of power. This unconventional conclusion broke the tradition, sparing both contestants from perishing. In the film's closing moments, Costa and Anna were apprehended and brought before the Grey, the new authorizing officer. As the Grey was about to execute them, two technicians entered, requesting their bracelets for study due to the immense power collected in them. Unexpectedly, at the same time, an unusual flying rover appeared outside the window, and soldiers burst in from the other side. Zebra arrived, accusing the Grey of treason and condemning him to death. She also instructed the soldiers to inject something into Costa and Anna. Zebra revealed that they had awakened the old force and encouraged them to find the origins of life, urging them to try doing it again. The film ended with Anna and Costa opening their eyes in a distant location, far from the facility. They noticed their bracelets were removed and saw before them a completely new world.